Just a quick update. We were the 4th boat here yesterday morning coming in for shelter in Milos, and now there are, I don't know, 40?
You want to see what 37 knots feels like? It feels like this! And it's meant to get windier.
In this episode we sail from Vari via Kynthos to Milos, and I am a happy camper because Kel is back. We have a couple of fantastic day sails southeast, but we can't muck around as we know bad weather is coming. We get to Milos and after a quick run ashore for supplies, take shelter with a load of other boats to ride out our first big storm.
Yes, who's back?
Look who's back, that's right, I'm not by myself anymore.
I'm back, and it's windy, so we are going sailing to the islands.
It's going to be a great day. We should have some shelter from the mainland as we trek southeast. Might not make it off the peninsula, we're not totally sure, we'll just see how we go, but the main has not been up for a couple of weeks now.
We have no idea where we're going today, boy. We're heading south.
Kel is back where she belongs, at the helm, under sail, one reef in, got about 17 knots on the beam. It's fantastic sailing because we are sheltered by mainland Greece. Got one fishing line out, just in case. Good to be back, sweetie.
Always. It's a great sailing day. We are flying along. The only problem is it's still a bit cold. So I've got a jumper, t-shirt and Al's jacket on today to keep warm. Al's got on the jacket.
Yeah, I got the sailing jacket. I look like I know what I'm doing, super pro. With my bare feet and my shorts, making sure they don't get too hot.
We're just round the corner now. That's the end of the mainland of Greece. We're heading south. There's a couple of islands we're aiming for. We'll just see how the wind plays as to which one we go for. So we started today in Vari and we have headed southeast. We're just rounding the bottom of the mainland of Greece, heading to Kynthos. If the wind doesn't play the game, we'll head over here to Kia. He's doing 22 knots. That is fair hootin'. The wind's up to 20 knots and we are flying. We've got the mainsail reefs, we've got the Genoa reef now because the wind has got up. It may not be a comfortable ride, but it's going to be fast. One of the fast ferries is coming past us out here. I've just looked him up on AIS and he's doing 35 knots.
Woo! We're not doing 35 knots.
We're happy if we're doing 5 knots. He's doing 35 knots.
If your passengers are going to get seasick, the quicker you go, the less time they spend seasick. That's probably the ferry's thinking. Eventful last couple of hours after the dolphins. We had a pretty good run and then dropped completely beneath Kia Island. We've had an engine running, we've shaken out a reef, it's got quite bumpy. We're now doing 6.5 knots, which isn't too bad. It's been a funny old afternoon, isn't it?
It has, we'll get there. About an hour to go I think, so we're doing alright. We've got 39 miles down and about 6 to go.
The AIS tracks would suggest that it's going to be quite busy.
We are heading in there and it looks like there's room. It's still windy and it's still cold. But imagine this place in summer. It would be amazing. Elle told me the other day it was 33 degrees and today it's about -20. It's a lovely morning here in Kynthos. Unfortunately, we don't really have time to explore this island, and we may be back at some stage. For now, there's some heavy winds coming in about 48 hours. And so we're going to use today to get further south, about 45 miles, to a place called Milos, which has some really good protection.
Hello, good morning. Early start, bad weather is on the way, and we think we'd prefer to be somewhere a bit more developed in the Cyclades, specifically Milos, so we might even have some friends down there.
It's a tad lumpy out here and we can't head directly for where we're going, but the good news is the wind has come up, so we're now doing about 5.5 knots, so we're getting there a little bit faster. We've been there. We're aiming down here, we have to zigzag our way down. The result of our cooking today, we had some chicken, some mushrooms, a bit of pasta and some pesto. So we made a delicious pesto pasta. And that's where we're going. Milos is that island just down there. 24 miles down and 25 to go.
Well, that's the entrance to Milos there behind me. As you can see, it's a huge channel to get into an enormous bay. I presume it's an old volcano. It's really big. Number one objective is to get some supplies and have a look around tomorrow off the town, and then find the best anchorage we can for a couple of days of really strong winds.
Getting overtaken by one of the fast ferries. They absolutely deserve their name. They are incredibly fast. Look at this guy.
They do not muck around these Greek ferries, 33 knots inside the harbour. Woohoo! And that's why they cost so much, because they go 33 knots.
So I've read that these little beachside rows of houses are like all colourful, and they actually, like, the doors are right on the water level. They're almost like the Greek version of bathing boxes with a little unit or apartment upstairs that you can rent out. The ferry changeover did not take long. Out it comes again.
Wow, it's busy o'clock tonight. So many boats in front of us and behind us. Looks like a lot of them are going to the town quay tonight. I don't think they'll be there tomorrow though, not with a super nasty sou'wester smashing everyone. So we're going to join these boats. A friend of ours is in there, Wanderer. We're just going to find somewhere in this lot. Well, it's been an amazing day for us. 40 miles covered, really efficient sailing day considering we had the wind behind us most of the way. It just, for whatever reason, it suited us really well. We've popped ashore to do some important shopping before the big blow. We're admiring the sunset.
We've woken up in beautiful Milos, and it absolutely is that. Look at this, crystal clear and super flat. However, the forecast for tomorrow remains the same, which is some pretty big winds gusting up to sort of 40 knots or so. So we are moving this morning across to a place that will be nice and protected, and I will hunker down for the next day or two. We have found our new anchorage. This one should give us great protection because of all these rocks and all these cliffs. Everyone else will be coming over here. There's already 3 other boats here, and I think everyone else will come over during the day. How's it look, babe?
Yeah, it looks really good. Just wondering if we need to shorten the bridle because it's so shallow.
It's the calm before the storm. At least that's what the weather forecast says. Here we go, we're anchored with about 6 other boats at the moment. There's another 2 or 3 over there that are coming, another one there. We've taken the opportunity to put the boat on the beach and have a nice little wander.
This is a lovely spot. We should really be testing out our wing foils and our stand-up paddleboards and things, but we might do the hull instead this afternoon, see how we feel about a swim. Well, at least one of our VHF aerials can't blow off. Because it already has. I reckon it's open.
Jackets and a beanie on.
Yeah.
Have you seen the guy up here? There's a guy pretty much on the beach.
Just a quick update. We were the 4th boat here yesterday morning coming in for shelter in Milos, and now there are, I don't know, 40 enormous trimarans. There's a 3-masted, there's tiny little dinghies. There's monohulls everywhere. And behind me is a tiny dinghy with 6 people going ashore, which is just bad. It's only going to get windy. I do not know what they're thinking. We hosted 8 Aussies and Germans on board last night, which was tons of fun. And here it is, the predicted sou'wester, picked up out of the blue, anchor monitoring, whoosh, right over to where we're expecting to be. We now have quite a large fret, so we've really got to see how bumpy it gets for us. I've been cooking some dinner. Incredibly hazy. The southerly southwesterly flows brought in heaps of dust, maybe from the desert, I don't know. But whew. So check it out, we went from that big yellow blob, whoosh, straight across to there. That's how quickly the wind change just drove us right across. And that pasta sauce has some fresh basil in it thanks to our new boat buds. Wind's picked up now, 38 knots we've seen on the anemometers, and it's definitely expected to be worse at around midnight to 2 a.m. tonight. Gone through some preps, we've got the torch handy, we'll get the headlamps out, we've got some jackets out so we're not looking for them if we have to start the engines in a hurry. We've seen 2 boats underway, but we're not sure why, if they dragged or if they're going to reposition. I don't know, maybe that launch is still heading. No, I don't think so, it's definitely underway.
When they say that boat life is the most amazing life in the world, yes it is, but there are bad days, and tonight is one of those days. We've got forecasts of up to 48 knot gusts, which is really, really, really windy. We're in our anchorage that has the best protection in this whole area, and there's about 30 other boats. Everyone's just trying to hide from the wind. We're already seeing 37 knots, and it's meant to get worse in a few hours. And of course, when it gets really bad is right around midnight where you can't really see. So, you want to see what 37 knots feels like?
I know, it's really.
Like this, and it's meant to get windier. Like you don't have hair.
Lucky I don't have hair. Oh dear, unfortunately the captain of this 450 that was next to us is having to weigh. He dragged. He's by himself. It looks quite challenging actually, but he's a professional, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. We'll just be doing it slowly and keeping the boat safe. Pretty powerful engines, I suspect, on a 450, so he should be okay to turn around. It'll be interesting to see where he decides to go in these conditions. Yeah, he actually did a really good job then of weighing anchor solo on that 450 and 30 knots of wind. He's taking a real careful beeline out of the anchorages as well. I think what he's going to do is he's going to go either to the next bay round or he's going to tuck in under some cliffs and hope for some more shelter.
It is my turn to watch. It is just gone at midnight. Al has seen over 40 knots just. Right now it's back down to about 30. End of our second day stuck here in this little bay, hiding from the wind after the 40 knot plus gust last night, which were a little bit scary. Today it's down to sort of mid-20s, occasionally hits 30, but it's not too bad. But what it did bring was a massive dust storm. So the boat is now covered in orange. Check this out. Every surface has this crazy orange dust. So we're going to have to do a massive clean tomorrow. Look at this. Just everywhere. We are going a little bit stir crazy because we can't even really go for a walk on the beach. But we've been making the most of it. We've made a few meals. Tonight we're having a beef curry, which I'm cooking. Just giving us a chance just to sort of chill, relax, catch up on some Netflix, you know, talk to some friends and family, that sort of stuff. So it's been nice.
I was going to bring it down last night. Our ankle ball blew off. And it was in the tide. It was only a couple of metres off the back of the boat. So.